Hey everybody, this is the Lost Footage Chronicles, in which footage was lost, or has been fucked, or other issues. It's going to be a solo thing of New Vegas. Episodes will come out whenever there's issues, so look forward to that. Let's dive on in. And like I said, this will come out whenever there's an issue. At the moment, there's an issue with Sleeping Dogs, as Ryan fucked the audio. And the backup to that, which was Game Dev Tycoon, also had audio issues in which you couldn't hear anything. So, there's this now. Hopefully hopefully it tides over for a day or two, depending on how fucked it is. In case you're wondering, I'm Bryce. Main editor, I'd say. Occasionally, there'll be shit like this, like I said. Ryan and Adam. I know Ryan, he's uploading Doom on his personal channel, so maybe check that out. Adam, I don't think he's fucking doing anything with his channel besides, like, subscribing to channels and shit, so there's that. I have a bit of a cold, too, so if I sound sick, that's why. Yeah, so just enjoy the cutscene and the lovely acting talents of one of the main characters from Friends.
When atomic fire consumed the Earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults. When they opened, their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic, dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River. The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag. A vast army of slaves forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion. 4 years have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn, training drums beat. Through it all, the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr. House, and his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots. You are a courier, hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip. What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn for the worse.
You got what you were after, so pay up.
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Guess who's waking up over here?
Time to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig? You've made your last delivery, kid. Sorry you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
pretty solid opening, all things considered. And also, there's no subtitles, or at least I don't think there are, because they're on in the settings, so blame the game itself, the developers, whatever. And I have the Ultimate Edition on Steam, so all of the DLC expansion things will be there. So that's what all these are, if you didn't know.
You're awake. How about that? Whoa, easy there, easy.
I will say, unfortunately, having all of the items at the beginning makes the main character, the player character, whatever, much more strong than you would be normally. Mostly because you have, a grenade rifle as it just appeared on screen, armor, things like that. And as for the name, we're going to go with a little joke and say lost footage. Because, I mean, that's the only reason why he exists. Or she. We'll figure that out.
What I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name. I'm Doc Mitchell. Welcome to Good Springs. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place. How'd I do?
I'm going to edit out the creating the character, because it'll be a long process. I'll probably be a female character because of some unique dialogue later in the game. So just keep that in mind, and I'll be back shortly. Here's the character we're going to be playing as. I haven't really messed with the face. Hair I changed to this and made it black, because I like black hair. So
Okay.
we're going to dive into the game, and we're going to have a pretty interesting build.
Let's see if we can get you on your feet.
One I would recommend for most people, actually, because some stats like intelligence are really important. And other stats like charisma are completely fucking garbage because they don't really do anything, and you can just level up the skills associated with it pretty easily. For example,
Good so far.
charisma has speech, obviously. Speech you can upgrade fairly easily. Charisma is kind of, like I said, shit. It's actually something that Fallout 3 does better, which is weird because New Vegas is always, at least on the internet nowadays, the better game in terms of the rating and everything. So we're going to turn charisma down to 1 because it's kind of pointless. Intelligence 9 because more intelligence, you get more shit basically. I like luck personally. Helps with some more DLC stuff. Endurance. Yeah, this is what I'd usually go for, more or less. That's the one we're going to be rocking, because I like it.
Must be some frontal lobe damage.
Also, fun fact, depending on your highest or lowest skill, Doc Mitchell will actually have some unique dialogue.
What do you say you take a
Because my charisma is so low, he mentioned that frontal lobe damage, for example. I'm going to be skipping this part where like you pick all the pictures because it doesn't really matter too much, because it basically picks your tag skills, which you can just do on your own, and it's better to pick it on your own, I think, personally. So we're going to go for speech. Speech is good. Usually I do explosives because it makes skill check later on easier. Sneak is pretty good. Usually goes, and then that maybe explosives. Barter, kind of fucking useless. Medicine is alright. Repair is alright. Science is alright. This is what I usually go for. Speech is always that, because speech is great.
Before I turn you loose,
Because you can just talk your way out of quests or parts of quest. It's helpful.
your medical history. Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head.
So when it comes to this, I like good-natured because your weapons become, or your weapony skills become worse. But you get +5 to all these, so I think it's more than worth it. Wild Wasteland is interesting. I don't like it because it changes the spawning of a certain weapon. It's called the YCS, I think. It's this like plasma, I think, sniper rifle. It's very fun
Right, I guess
and very
that
good.
about does it.
So I usually turn that off because instead of getting that with Wild Wasteland, you get a like alien blaster, which is far worse in my opinion. Of course, I'm sure that there's people out there who adamantly defend the totally garbage alien blaster. Chemistry set, by the way. If you have enough science, you can do shit like stim packs or creating drugs. We're going to loot Doc Mitchell blind because he doesn't really care. And there's a lot of pretty decent stuff like glasses. There's a perk where if you wear glasses, your perception gets better. We didn't take that because if you don't have them, your perception is actually worse, and I think it's better to just have an all-around kind of decent thing than to have sometimes be better.
Here. I hope you don't.
We're gonna have hardcore off because it just adds the food system, which it's not bad, but I don't like it because it does a lot that I'm not a fan of, as well as making some DLCs, mostly Dead Money, just fucking abysmal. And because we have the DLC, we get the Armored Vault 13 vault suit, reference to Fallout 1, in case you didn't know, which was developed by Black Isle Studios. I just dropped that because I'm not familiar with PC controls. Oops. But it was made by Black Isle Studios, which later went on to form Obsidian, which is what New Vegas, well, the studio that New Vegas is developed by. Obsidian also made other games, such as Outer Worlds. I think they made like Dungeon Siege or something. Might be wrong. They did a bunch of shit, and most of it is very, very good. Also made Knights of the Old Republic 2, a game that is very unfinished, but also arguably better than the first Knights of the Old Republic, depending on your opinion. I'm just kind of talking to him because later you get a skill check that's related to him. Skill check is pretty good.
Cheyenne, stay.
I'm just gonna kind of breeze through a lot of this dialogue because a lot of it is just, you know, hey, I'm gonna teach you how to play a game. Which, I mean, you use, you know, WASD to move, click to shoot, right click to zoom in like this. Nothing too crazy, at least not yet.
That's the right idea. Look down. Try crouching down and staying still. Nice shot. Well, that's a start.
There we go. And you don't have to do all the tutorial. I just like to do it because you get free shit. Like, for example, you get a free varmint rifle, which I have right here. You get, I think you get some gecko skins or something. It's, yeah.
Let's see.
All right, so we're gonna be killing some geckos. We're using VATS, probably, which VATS is meant to kind of bridge the gap between the old Fallout games on the
Okay, you're on.
more turn-based system and the 3D ones. I like VATS a lot, personally. Just gonna try for a headshot. Got lucky. There we go. Geckos are all taken care of. Which we are gonna loot them. There's a fast travel point over there. That's the little marker on the map. We're gonna unlock that because free XP. As soon as it actually wants to actually trigger, which could be any second now. There we go. There's a random event over here as well, by the way. Hopefully it appears. If not, it's a woman, I believe, who's getting some fresh water and is attacked by a gecko. If you manage to save her, you get some good karma and some good springs fame. It's a pretty easy event, but, you know, it's worthwhile.
See? You're getting there. There's... Come with...
Like I said, because you keep doing the tutorial, you get free shit. Like I just got a bunch of free ammo for shooting, what, 6 bullets? I got 60 more, so pretty good. I'm just gonna go for some headshots here. We get lucky, so we're gonna try to manual aim for the next ones. Get a lucky shot. There we go. 3 more geckos taken care of. Random event, I don't think is spawned yet. Still might. There's a gecko there. Oh, it just spawned in. If you look at the minimap, you can see the yellow dot, and there she is. We're gonna try to save her, hopefully. If not, then we lose out on some good karma. That was a really lucky crit. We're gonna go for a head. That was very lucky. There we go. We saved the person. So we talked to them.
Holy moly. I can't...
There you go. You get some oh, you get some free water too, which is good. And if you're wondering, I keep hitting escape to close the menus because I'm still not familiar with keyboard controllers for this game because I usually play with a controller.
That was some good work. Here, one more. Thought I might...
Usually, you get some free XP, get some free healing items. Pretty useful to actually do the tutorial. Not necessary if you're anyhow competent in games, but you know, still pretty helpful. That effect there is the poison wearing off that I got, or venom rather, when I got poisoned by that fucking scorpion. Bloat flies are not very fun to hit, in my professional opinion. Gonna hope for a shot here. Nice. I'm not a fan of flying enemies in this game, mostly because they're very erratic, hard to hit. Here's the snow globe I was referring to earlier. And that's, like I said, pretty decent amount of money from a certain character. If you had a shovel, you could dig up graves, which is, you know, ethically very good. Here's the Brock flower. Now we just have to head back to Sunny, who is at the campfire, so we'll probably just fast travel there.
Let me see what you got.
Make healing powder at the campfire. Campfires are just, you know, they're a new mechanic to New Vegas. I don't
Hey, that's not
believe
bad,
they're
see?
in Fallout 3. I might be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure they weren't. Just some fairly easy, just, you know, whatever. We're gonna head back to Good Springs now, so we can meet Trudy. We haven't done that yet. Just, you know, doing some more quests. I believe as well there's a skill check here. I think it's 25 repair needed.
I'm done.
We're gonna find out because it's this radio. Spoilers, but
I'm going to get my friends and we're
yeah.
burning this town to the ground. Got it?
We'll keep that in
Joe
mind.
Cobb here is a
Now,
powder
if you're not
ganger,
gonna
which
buy
means he
something,
is
get out.
basic people who really like dynamite, who are criminals.
Hello.
You can actually side with them. Wouldn't recommend it because it kind of ruins like quests for other factions. So I thought I got trapped there. this not going to break.
Well, you've been causing quite...
Alright, we just finished some dialogue. Basically, she was just saying that you can work with the powder gangers or working for Good Springs. We're gonna work with Good Springs because Good Springs is pretty good. They fix that radio. If we had more barter, we could get some more caps. Not really worth it, I don't think. Spend 7 points in barter. We're gonna level up explosives by quite a bit because I think it's 25, might be 30. Unlock some more options later. We're also going to put a little bit into guns. In terms of this, we're going to put on Black Widow. Basically, you get some really interesting dialogue in which, as well as bonus combat, it makes one quest extremely easy. I'll probably show that off if we keep losing footage. So, I would say look forward to that, but please don't. That would not be fun to lose more footage. Or have just more issues in general with the whole thing. One thing we're going to do, if we look at our quests real quick, we have Ghost Town Gunfight, in which we help Ringo, who is the traitor, as in a man who trades, not a traitor, fight off the powder gangers from the town. We're not doing that yet because it ruins relations with another faction called the Powder Gangers. So we're going to go there, and we're going to do some quick side quests for the Powder Gangers, so that way they don't completely hate us. We won't side with them because it makes relations with other factions, namely the NCR, much worse. But we're just going to help them out, get some free caps, some free weapons, loot some bodies when the whole firefight's over. Nothing too crazy. So I'm going to make a little jump cut here until we get there. Alright, now we're going to head into this building, which I believe is the building that has the leader of this part of the Powder Gangers. I believe there's other leaders elsewhere, but we're going to go up and say, hey, we're going to join you. There he is. This is Eddie. He's his second in command. He has a really good weapon. Well, probably won't be getting it anytime soon. Just some generic guys. Talk to Eddie.
Dahl said he let somebody in. That. He and his crew and.
Alright, so we just got a quest to deal with Chavez. A number of ways of doing with this. Now, one is to just shoot him in the head. You can use speech. Alright, welcome back. We're almost at Prim. I used a stim pack and some pork and beans and stuff to get my health back up because a bit low and I had a crippled limb. So, you know, I wanted to not be killed almost immediately upon entering Prim. Or, you know, just have some unlucky things happen. He's gonna tell us to stop. We're gonna say no.
Where the hell do you think you're going?
He says you should talk to Lieutenant Hayes because Prim, which is this city right here, some shit's going down basically. So we're gonna go say hi to Lieutenant Hayes and see if we can get into the town. And here's his tent. That's not Lieutenant Hayes. Here's Lieutenant Hayes.
I'm Lieutenant Hayes of the New Cal. Thank.
We're going to head into Prim because we can do a quest or two there, which is hopefully going to be enough experience points to put us over the edge to, you know, being able to do that quest so we can continue on with the game itself. Here's landmines here. You can disarm them pretty quickly if you mash the shit out of E. I think there might be some more like further in. Can't remember at the moment. I do know there's an optional thing here, which we are going to do. There will be a corpse up there. It's for another courier. We are Courier 6, in case you forgot. And that is Courier 3 or something. So we're going to... That is bad damage. There we go. There we go. Just the classic New Vegas gore, which is just honestly amazing. I love it. Right there, there's the corpse of the other courier. It's Courier 4, I guess? Okay. We could go into the Nash residence, but instead we're going to go into the Lucky Bull, I believe it's called, which is a casino. Which later... No, it's 15 Vance, sorry. Later we can actually gamble here, but at the moment we can't.
Oh.
The man you referred to there is a DLC character. Depending on how amazing this channel goes and how much recording we actually lose,
Hey there.
there might be more.
Howdy, partner.
Enough to actually see the DLCs. This is Prim Slim. He talks, you know, he gives lore on this totally legitimate thing, which isn't hyped up at all. Now that we've talked to them, we can do a quest for them, which is to rescue, what's his name? Deputy. Forgot his name. Oh, that was a corpse. I was gonna loot it. But no, it was just a fallen over machine. A great mechanic with Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas is the ability to repair things, which I love, because it's just very satisfying to just chuck 14 varmint rifles together to make a super varmint rifle. It's very nice. I like it a lot. It's actually something that I kind of miss when it comes to durability in the series, and how Fallout 4 did not have that, which not having to worry about the durability of your fucking favorite guns so you can shoot people is nice, but equally it's so nice to just take like 15 things and just cram them together into one super thing. There we go, we took out 2 more convicts. There are quite a few in here, if I recall. Pre-war money is very good, by the way, because it is almost weightless, and you get... I don't remember how many bottle caps, but you get a decent amount of actual currency by selling it. And because our head is crippled, we're going to have a stim pack. I probably should have clicked on that instead, so that we don't keep blurring, because I think it's an irritating feature. That was a lucky headshot right there. This guy's a melee, so it should be fairly easy to just do that. Oh, he's a leader. Just realized that. There we go. Leader's taken care of. This man is more tough, which is weird considering he's not the leader, but I'm not the game developer. Never mind, he's not so tough. Hopefully... Oh, I might die here. I need some healing items.
Had enough?
That was pitiful damage. And he healed. There's another one. God damn it. we are going to have some sunset sarsaparilla. We're going to switch over to using the caravan shotgun because I just dropped it. That's unfortunate. Equip that, then we'll probably use our stim pack, sugar bombs, then we just unload. And that's one way of dealing with the convicts inside of what's Bison Steve is I think it's called. We're going to be over encumbered, but I could probably just cram enough varmint rifles together to make a super one, and I should be fine. As well as pistols, nice. And some cleavers. Boxing tape. Oh. That makes more sense than what I thought it was. Now, all these merc outfits are the same besides aesthetics, so we are going to make a super merc outfit. Won't be using it, but we'll probably end up selling it because free money, basically. Well, it's not free because we had to shoot and use ammo, but it might as well be. Over encumbered again, but like I said, we probably have plenty of stuff to cram into each other to make a super outfit. We are 5 under the limit. Perfect. Now we're gonna go talk to I forget his name. Deputy Beagle. That was Bugle for some reason. If we had speech, we could have gotten the info before untying him, but either way, it all works out.
If we were to miss a convict or...
And I believe there's some more convicts upstairs. So we're going to go try to clear them out if I can find the stairs. Because it is, like I said, free experience points. Hopefully we don't mess up the unlocking here. I messed up the unlocking here. Some more free experience points. Can't find the stairs. Hopefully I find them soon. Oh. That's good. Some free stim packs and stuff. I'm gonna check the local map because I think there's an upstairs. Yes, there is, right there. I'm just blind, I suppose. Now we're going to save here just in case Deputy Beagle, I keep wanting to call him Bugle, in case he dies, unfortunately, because he's a pretty helpful guy for just kind of existing. We're going to try to stealth because when you're stealthy and you do an attack on someone, you get a sneak attack critical, which very, very good. They also stack with regular criticals, so if you are if you have a very high chance of criticals, you can just obliterate enemies by getting lucky. Beagle has started a fight. He has killed somebody. Alright, good. I thought he died. I'm over encumbered because I got some water. We will... We'll have those 2 colas. That'll get us at the weight limit. Only to immediately go back over the limit. God damn it. And we're gonna try to not get Beagle killed, like I said earlier.
Like that? Come on.
Okay. Hoping for a crit there. Did not get the crit. Beagle runs in and just does, I'm gonna guess, lucky damage, because that was pretty fucking good, honestly. I'm gonna try to sort out my inventory, because quite heavy at the moment. Fiesta, don't. Sorry if you hear any cat noises. My cat is now showing up and wants to get spoiled, because that's what she does. What, cat? What? What you crying about, huh? Huh? What you doing, sweetie? Yeah? Yeah? My sweetie. We drank some vodka there to loosen up inventory, and now we've become addicted. I'll have to stop by Doc Mitchell later and become unaddicted somehow. I don't know how Doc Mitchell manages to do it, but he's relatively cheap, and, you know, being addicted is not the best. I leveled up finally.
Come on.
So let's hope Beagle can kill them. I think he just broke his arm. Beagle, don't do this to me. He doesn't think he managed to do it. We're just gonna crank up speech a lot, and then we're gonna do that. It's good to me. He's still shooting. Hopefully that's it. That's an achievement for repairing enough things. So I like repairing things in this game. It's very just nice to just have a bunch of shit and just smush it together into one super good thing. Well, not super good, but kind of good, I guess. Can afford some space for that pre-war money. I'm gonna head over this way, hopefully. I think that's almost all of the convicts in the building. I think Beagle might talk to the player, which is me, and say, hey, that's all of them, let's head out, but I might be mistaken.
I do hope this ordeal will...
We're gonna save our game just in case Beagle gets snuck up on by an enemy, because I'd rather him not die. That's the prim. That's just a door. We're gonna take a nap. Here we go. Get some health back. And just, you know, do the limbs all the way, because I am on an easier difficulty, so that injuring limbs does be cured, healed, whatever, when sitting at or rather sleeping on a bed. We're gonna head out here, because there's some fools up here. Then hope that Beagle does not get killed. He got killed. Gonna load a save real quick. Because I'd rather Beagle not die. We can get the information you want off his corpse, but still I like Beagle. He's nice. Don't know if he got stuck in the building. We're gonna find out because I'm gonna head back into the building. Hopefully he's there. He is perfect.
Well, that was quite breaking my...
And there we go. We got them all, so we're able to. Well, we could have headed out earlier,
again.
but. And we're going to help him bring law and order because there's I think 3 or 4 different candidates. One of which is the NCR, one of which is the robot that was in the casino. There is another one who is at the prison who is just like a Indiana Jones type, I guess you could say. We're gonna go with the Indiana Jones type because that's the one that Deputy Beagle wants, and he's also pretty frickin' cool. Before we do that, we're gonna head back to Good Springs and sorry, offload all of our junk to the shop owner here, because we really don't need all of this fucking armor and rifles and pistols. He's asleep. We don't want that.
You must be the one Doc
And we can also sell our NCR money, which is it's money that isn't accepted in the Wasteland, but you can still sell to people. So we're gonna do that. We don't really need this pistol and this bat and this and that. Most of this is stuff that I won't be using because I'm not a fan of it. So, for example, I don't really use throwing spears, even though they're pretty honestly good. But, just personal preference. I just sold all of that. I didn't mean to do that. 13 sounds good. We should buy something because we have a lot of shit to buy. Let's buy some stim packs. There we go. End up with stick packs.
Thanks.
Stim packs, and we are able to still make some profit as well as have some actual space in inventory. We now have almost 100 pounds, which is very convenient. We're gonna go talk to Chavez and see if we can get them all happy now.
You just walked into the wrong...
There we go. Much easier now. We're just gonna teleport back to the facility because there's no real reason to have to. That's the wrong fast travel point. My apologies. There's no real point in having to kill him when there's, you get the system of XP for just frickin', doing that.
Never gets old when something blows up.
And we can also do the quest where we have to find the man here. He is in what? Oh, he's over there. He's at the. I need permission from the NCR. Probably do that real quick because I think we have to end up in the prison anyway. So we'll do that real quick. But now it's telling me to go over there. What the hell? Might edit this bit out. There he is.
Didn't know anyone would willingly.
And now that we've talked with Myers, who is the man who Deputy Beagle wants, we're gonna go talk to the NCR and say, hey, how's about pardoning him, because he was just being a sheriff. He wasn't really, you know, doing too much bad things. Which, considering the rule of Fallout, we could have done much worse than shooting a few people who we thought could be bad guys. Considering, like I said, there's a lot of really great people in the Fallout universe. Talk to Sergeant, what's his name again? Hayes.
Yeah.
Possibly might need to talk to him.
What is it?
How do you get a pardon? I forget, honestly. I have to go down there to the Mojave Outpost. Well, we'll do that after we finish with Eddie up here. And we'll head down there and we'll negotiate for his freedom, because he'd be a good sheriff.
Any lawman that comes after me won't have it easy.
Do you think it's kind of ridiculous that you have to head all the way down there to do that, when it's more practical that you can get the sergeant in the field to pardon him, as he, you know, would have some authority over that in the field, but whatever. There's Eddie.
What? I'm happy.
I have to go track down a merchant who I believe is an NCR spy. Might be wrong. We're gonna find out.
Morning.
By the way, as you can see here, if I go to Powder Gangers, I'm neutral, because I haven't really wronged them in any way yet. Trust me, the time will come. Here's the funny
Better
merchant.
Be careful around these parts.
There we go. Pretty easy quest. We're going to go do the quest to pardon Myers, because it's not too far away to the south, and it'll be nice. So I'll probably end up cutting out the trip down there. So I'll be back in a bit. Welcome back. We're now outside the Mojave Outpost. Took a bit longer. We used a bit of ammo. We fought some scorpions. Nothing too crazy happened, so it'll be cut out probably. We're here to pardon Myers. And there's a statue meant to be the Mojave Rangers and the NCR, because they were kind of having a rivalry, and then here was the site where they became friends, more or less, and allies. A more accurate thing, you can probably read about it and, you know, get some actual lore. There's a character up there. I believe her name is Ghost. I might be wrong. But the higher stealth, you have the different reactions she has. So, for example, I have 30-some stealth. If I try to sneak up there, she says this.
You a courier?
I guess she didn't say it. That's...
There's a...
Because either didn't happen or I'm going crazy. Because I'm pretty sure that depending on how high your stealth is, she comments that either you're too stealthy, you're not stealthy enough, or she just kind of is like, oh, hey there. So, yeah.
Caravan, citizen.
We can do some favors around here. We have to talk with. He has like sunglasses. I think he's back here. Maybe here. There he is.
Looks like we got a new visit.
He just has some pretty easy quests. Nothing too crazy. We're gonna go back to Prim and talk to Myers and say, "Hey, you're all good. You're the sheriff now," and then probably end the episode there. And then, like I said, there'll be more if there's a recording problem with the main series. So look forward to that if you really want more of this. If you don't want more of this, then hope that there's no issues with recording. Because, yeah, there's been some issues. We're going to get, where is it? Educated. You get two more points. I think I clicked the right one. Let's hope to God I did. It's, yep. It's pretty good for maximizing skills. And we're going to call it right there. So thank you for joining. Like I said, depending on if there's an issue, there'll be more of this. This might be it for like a year or a day. So have a good one.